群青の夜の波間に船を一つ
What if, on a single day each year, people in hundreds of cities step outside? Into parks, plazas, beaches, schoolyards, and move, slowly, together. Not to compete, not to perform, just to breathe and practice centering and calm awareness. That's World Tai Chi and Qigong Day, a worldwide celebration of two gentle arts that help people feel more balanced, more present, and more connected. And the scale of it is stunning. It doesn't happen in one place or one city. It happens everywhere, community by community, across the whole planet. World Tai Chi and Qigong Day began in 1999, founded by Bill Douglas and Angela Wong Douglas. Their idea was beautifully straightforward. Invite the world to practice Tai Chi and Qigong publicly, so anyone can see it, try it, and share in it. Not hidden behind studio walls, not reserved for experts, but out in the open, where community happens. Here's what makes this day truly unique. Around the world, gatherings begin at 10 a.m. local time. That means it doesn't happen all at once. It happens like a sunrise. When it's 10 a.m. in one time zone, people begin moving and breathing together. Then the earth turns, and 10 a.m. arrives in the next time zone, and the next, and the next. Across the day, a global wave of practice rolls around the planet, east to west, community to community, creating a living chain of breath and movement. This is the spirit behind the motto, one world, one breath. On the personal level, Tai Chi and Qigong help people cultivate steadiness, better balance, calmer breathing, less tension, more ease. But this day points to something bigger. Inner harmony doesn't stay inside you. When your nervous system settles, you speak differently, you listen differently, you move through the world with less reactivity and more care. Multiply that by thousands of groups practicing calm in public across the globe. It becomes a kind of peace demonstration, not made of slogans, but made of breath. World Tai Chi and Qigong Day is a reminder that health can be shared, that presence can be practiced, and that peace isn't only an idea, it's a skill. Once a year, people everywhere step outside, slow down, and join the wave. One world, one breath.
On behalf of the world, thank you, because you both have highlighted the benefits of doing these practices and have helped educate everyone about these practices. So if it weren't for you two 25 years ago, we would not even have this day. So this is the official people who started it. And you've also started the Global Transformation Project, which Dr. C.J. Rhodes is also a part of and has joined us as well, which we are hoping our mission is to bring all mind-body practices into the school system. Because the earlier people do this, the more benefits you have. I'm sure many seniors out there are saying, boy, I wish I had known about these mindfulness practices before. So our mission is to get it into the educational system. Bill and Angela have a petition to the UN to bring this into the school system. All of our programs are free.
It would be, just so everybody knows, it would be non-mandatory, wouldn't be compulsory. I think we've all had enough of that. So any country could opt out, any school could opt out, any child could opt out. Because when we teach in public education, that's how we do it. We always tell the teachers, yes, we'll come and do this, but there has to be like a study hall, because mind body only works if you want to be there. But I think I've only had one student that ever walked out in all the years.
But most importantly, please sign the petition. I'll put the link in the chat.
And share the petition. That's the most important thing.
Right.
These videos that we produce with scientists and the petition, if everybody can share these, because that's what we do. When we find science and books on mind, body, and Tai Chi and Qigong and meditation, these things that are pivotal, that are really important, then we try to share those things with as many people as possible. So we hope everybody will do exactly what we do, which is
CJ just put the link. Dr. CJ Rhodes, who is an important part of our group, has put it into chat, the link to the petition. So if monetary means are tight, all we ask is take 2 seconds to sign the petition. That's all we ask.
And you can go to globaltransformationproject.org, and then you can see all the science. You can see the draft of the resolution that you're adding your name to support, and understand what we're doing. Because if you look through the website and you look at the science and you look at what we're talking about here, you'll see that this isn't about just getting me and Angie getting into Tai Chi schools, or you guys getting into Tai Chi schools. I mean into public schools. That's the project, is to get mind body teachers all over the planet into public schools, not us. We're not trying to run this thing or make money off of it or anything like that, but we want to get the science out to educators so that these things can, so that the schools all over the planet will realize that they should start bringing this stuff in. So yeah, if you go to the website, you'll be a believer. You'll realize, because what you'll find out is that we could be saving trillions of dollars year after year after year by getting mind body education as part of public education. We have a plan that we can all come together, yoga, meditation, mindfulness, Tai Chi, Qigong, as one mind-body family, because the research shows that the benefits of these things are overlapping, and also the practices, we see that they're overlapping. And really, we should be able to get millions of signatures for this United Nations resolution to advocate mind-body education for public education around the planet. Now, we've written the resolution very carefully, so it wouldn't be mandatory for any country, for any school, for any student. Anytime we've taught in public education, we've always asked the school to have like a study hall or some alternative place where kids could go if they didn't want to participate in the mind-body practice, because anybody who teaches mind-body knows that the first step to a successful mind-body practice is you have to do it because you want to do it. Now, having said that, anytime that we've done it in public schools, it's rare. It's very rare that we get a student that goes to the study hall or something else, and usually they regret that they did it when they come back, because all the other students are like awestruck, by what they've experienced and what they felt. And so, any student, any school, any country, they could opt out of it. We want to keep it, just as loose and open as possible, so that none of these countries will have a problem co-sponsoring it. But we'll use the United Nations as a vehicle to educate educators all over the planet that they can be having students with higher IQs. There's research that shows mind-body practices increase our IQ. They increase our GRA reading score, our verbal fluency, our math proficiency. I mean, really, tell me, what kind of educator would look at that and say, oh yeah, we don't want that in our schools? So this isn't a hard sell. The science is all there. And we have the precedent of the United Nations passing the International Day of Yoga for the very same purposes that we want to pass this, by a record number of co-sponsoring nations. So we're bypassing the UN bureaucracy. We're going to take these 100,000, I'm hoping millions of signatures from mind-body people all over the planet to every United Nations mission on the planet, and asking them to co-sponsor this like they did the International Day of Yoga. This is not pie in the sky stuff, folks. We're talking about global transformation. It's within the palm of our hands. And it's not like it takes a huge amount of effort. You just go to globaltransformationproject.org, you sign the petition, and then you just
群青の夜の波間に船を一つ浮かべてあなたに会いたい触れたい強い想いを
I just wanted to reiterate, that my book opened with that Tesla quote that when science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it'll make more progress in one decade than it has in all the previous centuries of history. So Dr. Nelson's work is at the heart of the science that Tesla dubbed the most important science in science's history. And it's really, Roger, it's my great honor to introduce you. And also, again, the book is connected the emergence of global consciousness. And Dr. Nelson was the coordinator of research at the Princeton Engineering Anomalies Research Laboratory at Princeton University from 1980 to 2002. And again, directed the Global Consciousness Project since its inception in 1997. So thank you so much for being here, Roger.
Thank you very much for inviting me and putting together this amazing panel. And maybe more importantly, putting so much productive energy into trying to re-educate the world. Basically, we need to learn how to get out from under the stress. We need to learn how to work from the heart, to connect with each other, and so forth. And I frankly think there's no better way than to start young. Start with the really youngest people we can reach. And I'm on the team. I really want something like the UN project that you're proposing to go through. It's tough because there's a lot of resistance that we've talked about. Anyway, thanks all of you. And I'd like to also show a few slides. And I believe if I poke the share screen and then turn on the slides, maybe that will work. Mm-hmm. You heard what I said about random number generators and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But you didn't see this picture, which was the prototype for what became the Global Consciousness Project. I asked people to take data, send it to me, put it all together and made the red trace that you can see. It was unlikely with odds of 1 in 100 or so. And that encouraged us to go ahead and to create a network, which ultimately had about 150 or more people hosting one of the devices, these random number generators, in various places around the world, signified by the little red spots. The most we ever had running about at one time were about 75, but a lot of people participated over the years. Now you've seen this picture already. It's a almost typical kind of result. This is what we call a cumulative deviation plot. It just shows the history of the departures from expectation. We predict that it'll go up. And starting at about 9 or so in London, it really began going up gangbusters, big time.
And Angela, you are also the co-author of, let me pick these up, of the Gospel of Science. And I have both editions, and these are really packed full of information, believe me. It's fun to read. It's not difficult to read, but this book, rather, The Gospel of Science, has a lot of the research as well as personal stories of how effective mindfulness practices can be, not just of Tai Chi and Qigong, but also of meditation and other forms of mindfulness practices. And I'm so glad that Sharon had brought up dance as well, because there's so many different ways to access mindfulness. So you've helped not only write that book, but a number of articles and other books with Bill on Tai Chi and Qigong. And he's written some novels too.
Yes, Bill is very creative, and he's also into a lot of researches, really dedicated into the Chinese culture and Tai Chi and Qigong. It took him an accumulation of 20 years of data that he goes through to create this Gospel of Science, and he has updated it to the second edition. Now, I don't want to take up too much of the time. Like you said, I'm very shy, and initially I do not want to talk at all. I'm the yin energy of me and Bill's relationship, and he is definitely the yang. I felt like I wanted to share a little bit because the Global Transformation Project reminded me 24 years ago when we first started World Tai Chi and Qigong Day, when this vision comes into Bill's mind that he thinks that, the world need to be exposed to Tai Chi and Qigong, this treasure that China have over the thousands of years. And we wanted the world to know about the benefits of Tai Chi. And also we were just feeling and thinking that, why not we could connect our Qi globally? So we decided to have one day, everybody doing Tai Chi and Qigong to bring about the calmness and the peace to the world. And for the first, several years, it's definitely a challenging endeavor for me and Bill, because we were just a no-name Tai Chi teacher, and why would anybody take our words for it? And we, because of our persistence, that we believe that we could link the world today with our energy. And it has proven by Dr. Nelson and Dr. McCready that it works. And so because of World Tai Chi and Qigong Day, and now we want to propose Global Transformation Project, which we believe that is another vision that we all could work towards it. Just like every one of you helped build World Tai Chi and Qigong Day to be a world celebration. And as parents and as grandparents, we want our grandchildren to be exposed to Tai Chi from a very young age through 12th grade. and the possibility that you all had shared during this program of the benefits, how when we transform ourselves, it will be benefit throughout the world and throughout time. That cannot be taken away from us. And so I wanted everybody that is like-minded who's participating in this Zoom meeting to pick up their pen, sign the Global Transformation Project, and make yourself part of it, and you will see that you change the world, and hopefully real soon.
I just wanted to mention again, this documentary, this could have a huge impact on the planet. Every mind-body person on the planet needs to be supporting this getting out to as many people as possible, and telling their students, telling their associations that they belong to, that we really need to come behind this as a global mind-body movement.
Qi is the foundation of many healing arts. Qi is foundation of many traditions in China. Life is from energy. Life is from Qi.
What is Qi? Ask back what is not Qi? Whether from ancient wisdom tradition or newly discovered quantum physics point of view, we know for sure the whole universe is made of energy.
When the qi flowing, you can feel like warm, nice, expand, some tingling. So there are many different sensations. Because qi, when it moves, it also have a power to heal.
And therein lies the ability of practicing Qigong to build up incredible force in the body for rejuvenation, for longevity, for self-healing, and for healing others.
It's a discipline, a healing art, a way of training the body and mind, a meditation in motion, a medication in motion, a way of conditioning the body for sports, for martial arts, improving strength, stamina, coordination, balance. It's also an athletic skill because it improves your understanding of your body and your physical strength.
It's interesting that the Chinese came up with this array or spectrum of practices that starts with very internally focused meditation and then moving up into gentle Qigong practices and then continuing on to Tai Chi practices, and then ending up over in Kung Fu and gymnastics and so forth.
The warrior of Qi is about transforming stress, unhealthy power dynamics, the suppression of people, the destruction of nature. The warrior looks around and sees what the world is doing, finds ways that need to be transformed, to be shifted, and holds that vision of a higher practice in their hearts.
Martial arts, Tai Chi, Qigong. When you start dealing with energy, you want to know, oh, can I hurt somebody? When you expand and grow in love, can I help somebody? Can I heal somebody?
In the end, why do we do Qigong? It's to lead a happy, quality, beautiful life. Yeah? It's to elevate the human experience. So that's more than listening to all the bad news in the world. We can't change everything. We can change ourselves. This is what Qigong can do. It's an empowerment to learn Qigong. It's a true health care system. And this is the opportunity in sharing Qigong with the world.
Dear World Tai Chi and Qigong Day supporters and participants, this wave of goodwill provides a vision of hope and healing to a world hungry for such visions. Each year, to view the photos of people from different cultures and different religions, every corner of the earth, breathing together in this global Tai Chi and Qigong movement is profound. When you look through the photographs and videos, you see that look on people's faces, a look that conveys a feeling that all of us who've experienced the well-being that Tai Chi or Qigong or life energy expands through our mind and body when we make the space to breathe and to let calm and wellness expand through us. When you see that look in all these diverse faces from so many different lands, you can't help but realize that we are indeed one world and one breath. We are connected by the field of life energy that physicists are now discovering permeates all existence. By immersing ourselves in the field of energy again and again, we become more and more grounded in the absolute reality that we are all connected and all part of the web of life. And by cultivating and growing the realization personally and globally, we may help in a subtle, quiet way to usher in a more elegant future that nurtures us all in ways we cannot yet even imagine.